Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and imagine the sound of raw thunder rolling across the horizon, a sound that doesn't fade, but grows, stronger, deeper, heavier with every second until it fills your chest, rattles your bones, and commands your attention. That sound is not nature, it's not the storm, it's the call of freedom forged in Milwaukee steel, it's the voice of rebellion wrapped in chrome, it's the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy 2020, a machine that doesn't just ride the road, it owns it. This is not a motorcycle for the timid, not a motorcycle for the ones who just want to get from point A to point B. This is a motorcycle for the ones who want to arrive with an exclamation point, for the ones who know the road is not just pavement, it is a stage, and the Fat Boy is the spotlight. From the first time your eyes catch the muscular stance, you know this bike is different. That solid front, that bold LED headlamp, the thick Lakester wheels wrapped in fat 160mm rubber at the front and monstrous 240mm at the back. This is intimidation on two wheels, unapologetic presence, a rolling declaration that says, I am here, and I will not be ignored. The 2020 Fat Boy is powered by the Milwaukee-Eight 114 engine, the heart that beats with 1,868 cc of sheer authority, pumping out a relentless surge of torque that kicks in at 119 pound-feet. That's not just power, it's instant acceleration, raw muscle delivered with the twist of your wrist. You don't ride this bike, you unleash it. Every gear shift feels like a strike of a hammer, every pull on the throttle feels like you're tapping into something primal, something mechanical yet alive, something that doesn't ask for permission, it demands respect. And when you're on it, people don't see a rider, they see a silhouette that demands the road's attention. But let's not stop at power. Let's talk about balance, the kind of balance that takes a machine this heavy and makes it glide like a beast in control. Harley's softail frame redesign means that while you feel the heritage, you also feel the engineering precision of today. The weight is low, the handling is sharper, the confidence is higher. You can lean into corners with a sense of control that surprises you because, let's be honest, when you first look at a Fat Boy, you think brute force, not agility. But then you ride it, and it shows you its hidden finesse, the grace within the muscle, the control inside the chaos. And then, there's the look. Oh, the look. Satin chrome finishes that don't just shine, they stare right back at the sun and dare it to outshine them. That solid disc Lakester wheel design doesn't whisper, it shouts. Every inch of the Fat Boy has been sculpted to not just perform, but to intimidate, to seduce, to make sure that when you park it anywhere, every other motorcycle nearby looks like a supporting actor while the Fat Boy stands as the star. It's not just called Fat Boy, it earns the name. Heavy on presence, heavy on character, heavy on the kind of cool that you cannot fake. Now, let's talk about something most people don't mention, comfort. Yes, comfort, because Harley knows power means nothing if the rider doesn't feel like a king on the throne. That wide saddle, perfectly cushioned, low slung, giving you command of the bike while keeping you planted, stable, and ready for hours of riding. The forward foot controls stretch you into that laid-back power stance. The handlebars are set just right, not too high, not too low, but in that sweet zone where you feel relaxed yet dominant. This isn't a sport bike crouch, this isn't a commuter slouch, this is the posture of authority. And now, the hidden gems, the features that aren't shouted about in every brochure but live in the details. The LED lighting system that doesn't just light the road, but carves through the night like a blade, making you impossible to ignore. The digital display subtly embedded in the tank console, giving you the information you need without stealing from the old school vibe. The suspension tuned for both city rides and highway stretches, absorbing what it needs to and keeping you steady when you hit that sweet cruising speed. And let's not forget, the Fat Boy isn't just about brute style, it's about durability. The kind of build that feels like it was crafted to outlive you, to be passed down, to be more than a purchase, but an inheritance. Now, let's get to something that every rider has in mind, the price. In 2020, the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy 114 entered the market around that $20,000 mark, give or take depending on trim, paint, and region. And some may say, that's a steep price. But think about it. Are you really paying for just metal, rubber, and paint? Or are you paying for a symbol, a legend, a machine that carries with it decades of heritage and prestige? You're not just buying a motorcycle, You're buying entry into a legacy, into a club where every nod from another Harley rider means respect. 20 grand doesn't buy you transportation, it buys you transformation. What's the value of turning heads every time you pull into a parking lot? What's the value of riding something that makes you feel 10 feet tall and bulletproof? What's the value of freedom wrapped in American steel? That's what you're paying for. And here's the truth. The moment you fire up that Milwaukee-Eight and feel the thunder in your chest, the price disappears. It's no longer about the money. It's about the moment. The 2020 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy isn't for everyone. And that's exactly the point. It's not meant to be for everyone. It's not a compromise bike. It's not a beginner's bike. It's not a blend into the background bike. It is bold, unapologetic, and polarizing. Some will say it's too heavy, too big, too loud. But those who get it, those who feel that vibration deep in their soul, they will never trade it for anything else. Because the Fat Boy doesn't just carry you down the road, it carries your attitude, your spirit, your refusal to be ordinary. So let me leave you with this. The 2020 Fat Boy is more than a motorcycle, more than a product, more than a name. It's a rolling embodiment of